Neighborzilla.
Guess how fast we're going now?
I don't care, I'm having a baby! You just passed the hospital!
Ricky Bobby was born
Mama, I'm going fast!
to become the fastest man alive.
That's my boy, Ricky!
Dear Lord, baby Jesus, I want to thank you for my family, my two beautiful sons, Walker and Texas Ranger, and of course my red-hot smoking wife, Carly.
Ow!
You know, it might be cool sometime you could set me up for a win.
You can't have two number ones.
Yeah, you can. That makes 11.
But no man stays on top
Absolutely, ma'am. I'd love to sign your baby. You're not going to want to wash that forehead.
forever.
Well, the big news is that NASCAR has gone French.
I am coming for you, Licky Bubby.
He's in the wall!
Uh-oh. Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby!
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise, use your witchcraft to get the fire off me!
From the guys who brought you Anchorman and the 40-year-old virgin.
The doctor told us you can walk.
It's all in your head.
I am so paralyzed! You want to see what my life is?
Don't you stick that knife in your leg.
Oh, man!
Will Ferrell,
Ricky Bobby is not a thinker.
Give me a fastball, twist a line.
What the hell's a fastball?
Oh! Give me another!
Ricky Bobby is a driver.
Yeah, it's a real deal down there.
Ricky Bobby wins it in reverse!
What does that do? Does that blow your mind?
That just happened.
You don't drive with your eyes. You gotta feel the road.
the story of a man who could only count to number one.
I'm embarrassed. I really thought I could feel it.
Talladega Nights, the ballad of Ricky Bobby.
You gotta learn to drive with the fear.
Oh my God!
There ain't nothing more frightening than driving with a live cougar. Ricky, control your heart rate.
I can't control my heart rate. I got a cougar on me.
Yeah, so in this episode, we're looking at Talladega Nights, directed by Adam McKay. This is the Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly super movie.
It's a super movie.
It's also starring Sacha Baron Cohen, Gary Cole, Michael Clark Duncan's in this. R.I.P. I love him, dude.
He did die, did he not?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, R.I.P.
Also, you know, he was in the Green Mile and he did all kind of other stuff. But
Actually, look, when you're done, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'm curious his filmography. He is in Green Mile.
But yeah, Gary Cole plays Will Ferrell's dad. Molly Shannon's also in this as the wife to the race car team owner. She's great in this.
Oh,
I forgot all about her.
She is so good. There's not many SNL actors I like, or actors, I don't know what the correct term, actress, worst case. Love her. She's so good. She was in Superstar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Movie, but I love it. I still laugh. The armpit snipping.
It's hilarious.
I love it. But she's I don't want to say crabby, but she's the drunk, angry wife.
Yeah.
She's not crabby per
Could
se.
care less about this racing.
She's not like husband.
Yeah.
She's overtly friendly to everyone else. I'm pretty sure she dropped a weekend handy in her life at least.
But Michael Clark Duncan, he was in, obviously he was in the Green Mile. He was in Armageddon.
Armageddon, yes.
Yeah, Armageddon with Bruce Willis.
Fantastic
Daredevil.
He was Kingpin.
Yep.
That's
a good one.
Superhero
hey.
Off to a good start.
He was also in the first Scorpion King with The Rock. Good for him.
I feel like that one wasn't bad. I'm probably wrong. I haven't watched those in years. I haven't watched The Mummy in years either. But I feel like it wasn't horrible.
I liked The Mummies. I didn't really get into the Scorpion Kings, but then again, I also didn't rewatch them.
One.
Yeah.
You saw the first.
I saw the first one.
Start with me. You saw The Rock as Scorpion.
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't horrible. It was definitely it was definitely bought from another product to reboot something, but it wasn't bad. I don't think.
Yeah.
The CGI was bad. I remember that. I've seen the post-production stills of it. It's bad. Anyway, I'm sorry.
It just looks like he did a bunch of other like voice acting stuff. He was in George of the Jungle too. I do remember that.
Yes, he plays a lot of he did a lot of voice acting actually. Yeah.
And he was in Sin City.
Yes, he plays the chauffeur with the golden eye.
That's right.
Great film. Again, Superhero Summer.
That's another one. It's probably gonna happen.
Pop up a lot in Superhero Summer. I feel like he's in some other ones we don't necessarily know offhand. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get on a tangent about him, again, R.I.P. He was a phenomenal actor from these movies you're saying. I did like him in a lot of these.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like even the movies I didn't like, he was good in.
And an unsung hero in Talladega Nights is Jack McBrayer.
That is the 30 Rock guy.
That's the 30 Rock guy. Glenn.
Do me a biggest favor, because I mentioned him in my notes. I love his character. I think he's the original driver of the clown car. The blonde Rob Riggle looking guy. If you show me a picture, I'll instantly know him. He's an Upright Citizens Brigade. I think he's the Ass Penny sketch. Do you know that offhand?
No, I don't believe so.
It's two guys on a golf course, and he's kind of like pepping this younger guy up, like, "Hey, this is my advice. How I'm so confident.
Yeah.
I stick pennies up my ass, and every once in a while I shit them out, and I just give them around. You know, I pay with them. So if I ever need a confidence boost, I just think 9 times out of 10 they have a penny in their pocket that has been up my ass. It's weird comedy, but I love him. Because him and Jack McBrayer have a great dialogue. Kind of quarter through the movie where they're at the bar and Sacha Baron Cohen's introduced. He's like, my nan is turning 80. I don't know what to get her. And
get her a coffin.
Quick, he's like, get her a coffin. Yes.
I love him. Champ Khan from Anchorman.
Yes, that is him. Okay.
Whammy.
No, that's not him.
No, that
is him. Wow.
No, he's Whammy.
I'm thinking of a different guy.
Whammy. Rob Riggle does Bam! Or whatever it is in Step Brothers.
But yes, whoever that guy is, I love him. He's an Upright Citizens Brigade, and I know he's in Talladega. But is there anything else? You got directed, you got the main, you said John C. Reilly, Will Ferrell, Amy Pollard, not Amy Pollard.
Yeah, that's it. And Terry Schiavo is that driver. He's the first Laughing Clown car.
He is fantastic in Upright Citizens Brigade. Watch that show.
He's fantastic
just
in
for
this.
him. Yes,
he's hilarious.
Very quick.
I'm getting a chicken sandwich, you guys. I'll be right back. Let me finish this, and I'll be right back.
Is he not on the phone?
Yeah, I gotta make a phone call. Let me finish the sandwich, and I'll be right back with you guys.
Yes, we're in last. We can't get worse.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit farther in the movie. It starts with the dad and Jane Lynch.
Yeah, in the back seat. She's having the baby.
Contraction. She's like right there, like a couple good pushes, and he's hollering. He's like, "We're hitting 120, baby."
120, baby.
And he passes the hospital, correct?
Where are you going? You just passed the hospital.
Yes, and he like does like a 60, correct?
Yeah, a 360 no scope.
Nice.
And just
love it.
Slams, he's like, "You better hold on to something." And he just slams on the brake.
He's the whole Dukes of Hazzard seasons and movie reboot in 10 seconds.
Oh, he is phenomenal in this movie.
He reminds me of a brother of Joe Dirt.
Yeah, for sure.
Very
like Joe Dirt's uncle.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt's uncle for sure.
Like he's the cousin of the Joe Dirt family. But I think it then fades to him being like 7.
Yeah, and he's in school for career day.
No, he steals the car.
No, he's a toddler. It's probably 3 or 4 in a booster seat.
And Jane Lynch, my favorite line of the whole movie, and kind of a silent running gag, is everyone beats around the bush of calling him retarded.
He's borderline.
Like, she's like, how do you think I feel about being the mama of the kid who only says, "I want to go fast, I want to go fast," and he says, "I want to go fast," and she's like, "That's what I thought." You can tell she's done. Like she's not gonna buster the kid.
Yeah.
But she's done with the kid.
I love when they get to the gas station. She's like, "Well, baby, I'm gonna cry and go get some milk."
Oh yes. I'm not only a Jane Lynch fan. No buff against her, but she is probably a close favorite BC character in this film for me.
Oh, absolutely.
I love her in this. She's so... especially the grandkids at the end.
Yes.
I hate Will Ferrell's kids. And I know you're supposed to. I know they're written to be like the most irritating, and they're successful in that by all means, but Oh, I hate them.
Walker and Texas Ranger are hilarious.
Oh, I hate them. But then after that scene, he steals a car, and it instantly seeing it now, it's corrupted. I think of the I want to do bad things.
Yes.
Who stole the car, and he's like, I want to smoke cigarettes, or I want to smoke with cigarettes.
Yeah. I want to smoke with cigarettes.
Yes. It reminds me of that, and I love it.
That is hilarious.
Then it cuts to career day, and then he's like 7 or 8, correct?
Yeah, it's him and Cal. They finally meet, I guess, in grade school, and they're probably like 4th grade or so.
It's sort of established they're friends. I don't know if they're as close friends, but this is a huge
because Shake and Bake is already established. They're already doing Shake and Bake.
They did do Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake, Cal. You're like my best friend ever. Is the line.
We do this a lot, and we tried to cut back on it, but at the same point in time, it feels less natural to cut these out. We kind of want to shine a spotlight in movies when certain actors show up, and I want to take a moment for John C. Reilly.
Yes.
His comedic performances are something, and a lot of people know him only for Tim and Eric, Steve Brule, Tom Goes to Mayor, Stonecrackers, a lot of weird, quirky things, Step Brothers, Talladega, Sherlock Holmes, those. He has a whole nother career.
Oh, absolutely.
And his serious roles are wow. I know for sure he has been in Gangs of New York, which stars Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, and I believe, I forget who else is in it, but phenomenal cast.
Yeah.
And Perfect Storm, which is George Clooney.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember him in Perfect Storm.
Someone else is in it that was a big name at the time. A lot of underrated B, C characters in that movie as well. Great movie. I think Matt Damon or someone is in it.
He's the perfect, like, side character. He's the perfect, and
that's not any shame.
No.
It takes a lot. If you're a better actor I honestly say, Teller from Penn and Teller, whoever does not talk, is the better actor.
Of the two. Absolutely.
And he might honestly be
He's got to do more.
Funnier.
He's got to do more because he can't say anything.
Absolutely. But, yeah, it's not denouncing him at all if we say he's a phenomenal B character.
He's the ultimate role player. Like, if you need him to be the main guy, because, like, Walk Hard is equally as hilarious.
It would take me more than a millisecond to mention Walk Hard.
Him in Walk Hard is equally as hilarious as Will Ferrell is in this. In Talladega Nights, as far as main characters.
I'm going to say right now, Cal steals the show in his couple scenes. He's not in it for very long.
No.
But he kind of steals the show because he has one of my favorite lines in the movie that you quote beyond often is the, do you remember when a teacher said we were retarded for playing with Hot Wheels? Well, who's the retard now?
Yeah, it's at the scene when...
he first gets to drive a race car. This is...
Well, we got to go back and talk about the career day.
We see a tangent. We set off with John C. Reilly. We're first introduced to Cal.
They're doing Shake and Bake. They're probably about 10, 12 at the at
and the
that
dad's
time.
aloof at this time still. He's been gone for a minute. So he is... If he shows up, it's rare.
Yeah, because he says he hasn't seen his dad in like 7 years or
and
something
does show
crazy.
Up coincidentally for career day. And just starts spitting like facts. Like he's like, well, it's not illegal to do this and blah blah blah.
It's hilarious. His he goes on like a soapbox stand speech about how the teacher is oppressing all the students. It's like, see, your teacher just wants you to go slow. Well, see, I'm not like a teacher. See, I want everyone to go fast.
Yes.
And it's hilarious. And he's got a cigarette in his mouth the whole time he's doing this. And the teacher's like, well, you can't smoke it here, sir. And his response without batting an eye is, don't worry, man, I'm a volunteer firefighter. It's all right.
I love that he has the most credentials for the least amount of credentials. It's amazing. Early Kyler and Joe Dirt. It's phenomenal. It's
the perfect fusion of those two. When he breaks into the classroom, Ricky is immediately shocked. It's like, Dad, where have you been? I haven't seen you in like 10 years.
You gotta do it right, Dad.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And he gets in front of the group of students and he's like, listen here, kids, I'm an amateur tattoo artist and a semi-professional race car driver.
Yes. And he probably within 20 seconds gets thrown out instantly.
And
I love that his motto is, if you're not first, you're last. It's the bumper sticker.
It's his bumper sticker.
I didn't notice that until probably like my 50th time watching the film.
Yes.
And probably like a year ago, I was like, holy shit.
It's hilarious.
And I genuinely paused the film and went up, and it was like, that's where it's from. He didn't make it up.
Nope.
It's not from a movie.
Nope.
It's not from a book. God forbid. It's not from a tattoo. I wish it was arm tattoo.
That would have been hilarious.
Close second. It's so good. And he's gone the rest
His
of
dad just leaves.
Yeah, that's it. It's awesome. I love it.
Then
It cuts to
flash
probably 15, 20 years, and he's a pit crew.
Yeah, him and Cal, still best friends, working in the pit crew for the Laughing Clown malt liquor car in NASCAR.
Which is my favorite product. Fake, I don't care.
I wish they would have kept it. I know the Wonder Bread, I imagine that's an awesome sponsor, and they got a hell of a lot of money for using that in the movie.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
Laughing Clown malt liquor is hilarious.
I'm with most people in saying advertisements in a movie, ew.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Spider-Man go through a Coca-Cola sign. For this movie, I love it because it's NASCAR.
It's NASCAR culture.
It's NASCAR culture. And anyway, I was about to jump ahead, but let's stick to the plot for a second, at least, before we go on another tangent.
Because
the driver
originally is Terry Chavot. Terry Chavot's driving the car, and they're losing. Michael Clark Duncan.
We're done.
Michael Clark Duncan is the pit crew chief with the headset, and he's talking directly to the driver. Well, he comes in, and they're changing his tires, they're refueling. He gets out the fucking car and goes to the concession stand.
Yeah, he gets a chicken sandwich, I think he said. Yeah, great.
It's hilarious.
He's not in this movie a lot, and he's not in anything he's in a lot. I love that actor. He's funny.
No, yeah, but
if you haven't seen Upright, watch it.
And as I don't give a fuck anymore character here.
It's so good. There's a lot of... When I was watching the film and taking notes, and like, I know you did the same thing, we kind of at the same point in time, we handed each other our scripts like, oh, hey, this is what I got written down. Oh, I didn't notice that part, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We went scene by scene by scene by scene by scene because every scene is made up of a 10-second quip. It's better than Monty Python.
I've said it since I've seen this movie. It come out in like 2006, I believe. And I've seen this movie pretty much. I didn't go to theaters, but as soon as I seen it at like Blockbuster, I believe it was. Shout out to Blockbuster.
I think
it's
you had
dead.
a stolen copy.
Yeah.
I don't think Blockbuster still exists. I think they have one store.
There's
so
not a wasted line in this movie when it comes to the silly.
I kind of beg to differ toward the end.
We'll
get to that. That's just my opinion. You love the film from beginning to end. I do as well.
Yeah.
But there's some grating parts in my opinion.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But yeah, I had not seen the film, and this is actually how we kind of met. We met through a kind of weird mutual neighbor friend because I had just moved in. I was the new girl on the block, and you had been here a year or a couple months before me.
Couple months.
So you were kind of established, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm from the same town. I'm a refugee from Katrina as well.
Literally.
Like, oh, no shit, blah, blah, blah. And we quickly ditched that kid.
Yeah.
We weren't trying to be mean, but he was a weird kid.
He was weird.
No names. But yeah, he was like, do you smoke weed? And at that point, I'd smoked a couple times, but I was like, yeah, dude, I'm cool.
Yeah.
And he was like, have you seen Talladega Nights? No, I hadn't. And like,
come with me.
I don't think we'd be today doing a podcast or be as close of friends if we didn't that one day butterfly effect.
Right.
It's weird. But yeah, you loved it, and you were like, you're gonna fucking laugh, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna laugh. And I watched it, and it was,
I'm telling you,
phenomenal.
It's like getting punched in the face
and
continuously.
You quickly after were like, have you watched it with commentary? I was like, I haven't seen the fucking film, dude. You're stoned.
Oh my god!
And you popped on a commentary, which is a separate tangent, but yeah, this film kind of holds a special place to us, and I don't think the podcast would be here. So
I think together we've watched this movie sitting on the same couch 20 times for sure.
No, 30, 40.
Easy.
I don't want to say 50, but
because this was the default movie for a while.
Probably by the end of the year, it might be close to 50.
Like,
we've watched it a lot.
Yeah, like we're doing something else, but we're just chilling. Throw on the movie for background noise and just laugh.
It might not be once a month, but at the end of the year, it's probably 12 or 13 times we've seen the movie because we'll watch it and then like a week later, be like, I kind of want to watch it again.
Gotta watch it
because
again.
the scenes are just like you're saying. for the most part, in my opinion, not a wasted second. Everything is made up of,
and everything's an earworm. And when you say it outside of the movie, it makes you want to go watch the movie to see the scene again.
I forget what we're quoting. There's a scene where the montage, a little bit after Ricky Bobby first drives his car.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do I do with my hands?"
I don't know.
So we take in a minute with smoking a blunt or something like that, and we'll both be like, "What do I do with my hands?"
Yeah. I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
And no one gets it.
No
Me
one.
and him are laughing, and it's just like, "What the fuck?" This movie it's so quotable to us.
Oh,
anyone watching this probably like, this is the worst fucking film. It got a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like,
yeah.
But to us, it's amazing. But yes, the driver quits. Ricky Bobby gets to drive a car, and my favorite Cal Norton line.
Who wants to go fast is the phrase that
famous,
follows Ricky Bobby his whole life.
Imagine, you can kind of see the visual boner he got. That was destiny.
And Cal Norton slaps him in the chest. He's like, "Hey man, that's you.
Do it. It's so
that's
good,
you, buddy."
And that's like
oh my
I
God.
was saying,
And
we got in trouble for playing with Hot Wheels in the classroom. Well, who's the retard now?
Oh my God.
And he gets emotional for him, like we just did.
I love you.
Yeah. Like, that's weird.
He's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, nothing." He's like, "I feel like we're wasting a lot of time right now." He's like, "Yeah, you should probably go."
You're right.
All right.
Anyone watching us right now, you should just fucking go with the plot. He wins the race, correct? First place?
Third. He comes in third and fucks up the car, but he got him back.
Last to third.
Yeah.
And like, what was it? Like 12 laps or some shit. Like,
yeah.
And average is what, 100 laps or something like that for a normal small?
I have no.
I've seen a couple.
I know, like, there's the Daytona 500.
I've been to the Daytona and I've been to the Indy.
Whatever the fuck.
Whatever the hell that is.
I don't know cars.
I don't. There's a lot of laps. I don't want to say you sit there for the accidents.
But
if anyone, I'm sorry, no one gets hurt. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. He gets third place, like you're saying, and a little montage of like all the commercials and what I do with my hands.
Yeah.
Big Red, the best one.
Once he flops in the ESPN interview with the hands.
Yes.
He goes on his tear and he's like the best NASCAR driver of all time.
Please be 18. Please be 18.
Please be 18. He meets his wife.
Love it.
And he shamelessly promotes everything.
He does like a Vietnamese pea commercial.
Yeah.
It's great.
He signs a contract where he has to mention Powerade in his grace.
Yes.
So
the dinner.
Yes, like,
I have a tangent about the dinner.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorite Cal lines. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yes.
Great. I love the montage, and it's Motley Crue or something like that playing, right?
Yes. Kickstart My Heart.
Love it. Perfect placement. I'm not the biggest Motley Crue fan, but you pop
for
this, Kickstart My Heart, or I'm Coming Home.
Yeah.
I feel you.
For this scene, it was needed
because it's so rich white class.
Yes.
It's great, and it immediately cuts to the family dinner scene, and it reminds me of Cribs.
The commercials in the extended version where they keep going on are hilarious. I can't remember what he's advertising, but they're just as good because like I know it's Big Red, it's the Korean prune candy.
If you don't chew Big Red,
Tampax. Yeah. The Big Red ad.
I love that he's doing a Tampax commercial.
Yeah.
Not sexist. A man can advertise whatever the hell he wants. This is America. But I love it. Just for Ricky Bobby.
Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah. Just like, oh, hell yeah.
Not knowing better or giving a fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it reminds me of Cribs when they cut to right before the dinner scene. They show his house.
Yeah.
He's got like the 3 trucks. It reminds me of like the heyday.
Yeah, a bunch of boats.
Yeah, like I think it's like 4 jet skis.
It's
and
great.
Shit. It's so beautiful. It's like
And like I was saying, there's not a wasted line. The wife. Get your asses down here. I've been slaving over this meal for hours.
And the smorgasbord of KFC and Taco Bell. She even mentioned it. She's like, I've been slaving over this Taco Bell and KFC for hours.
Jesus, yes.
Yes, I don't know if I'm a big fan of her. I haven't seen enough of her movies, but
She's phenomenal. Everyone is cast brilliant in this movie.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
Think of Ricky Bobby and picture better parents than Gary Cole and fucking Jamie Lynch.
Jane Lynch. You big old dummy. But yes, the infamous dinner scene. The kids, yes, I think it's the first time you see the kids.
Yep.
Walker and Texas Ranger, you said?
Walker and Texas Ranger.
Oh.
One of them died recently, so rest in
No
peace to
shit.
that. Yeah, rest in peace
Ooh.
to one of them. I can't remember which one.
Cue the music. But yeah, I didn't know that. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. I don't want to hear anyone died for anything.
Yeah, no. But
yes, yeah, she's like, I'm slaving over this food, blah, blah, blah. Granddad's introduced. He doesn't like Ricky Bobby, but I don't think he likes the daughter. I guess he loves the daughter.
yeah.
It's kind of forced to.
Yeah, he doesn't care for the grandkids or Ricky Bobby too much.
I don't blame him. Yeah, like I said, the kids are so great.
Grandpa Chip. Grandpa Chip, yeah.
I'll climb over this table and drop kick you like a spider monkey.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Ooh.
Oh, God, yeah.
But in the prayer, I had a question while watching this because I was stoned as hell and I was like, what is Jake's Jesus? What is the Jesus you pray to, Jake? I'm genuinely curious.
I like to picture my Jesus as a it's probably a mech, like a Gundam.
Ooh, that's
Jesus
dope.
Gundam. Wouldn't you put, like, Jesus would be a dope Gundam. Like, it's so shiny you can't even look at
It
him.
has to be G Gundam too.
Super G, yeah, well, obviously. Gotta be G Gundam, you
Mellow.
know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, super reflective material. Obviously, he's gotta be in space, because this is how we getting down.
Mecha Christ.
Yes, I want Mecha Christ, yeah.
Kind of. I'm about it.
Let's fucking do this.
I'm about it. That's dope as shit, dude.
Right? With, like, just... does Jesus have a halo? Yo.
Yes, he has.
Does he have them? Because I feel like he gives them out.
He gives them out, bro.
Why would he?
You don't get high on your own supply.
Yeah, like how pretentious are you going to put on your own party hat?
I think he has one on Earth, but not in heaven.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you get them or only angels get them.
Well, I feel like Mecha Christ wouldn't have a halo. He would have like a staff.
No, I feel like he's too
with
much.
a fucking halo.
He's too much machine.
Yeah.
Too much machine.
He would have like a staff with a halo that's like fucking doing some orbity shit.
So like Optimus Prime Gandalf?
Kinda, yeah.
I love it. I love
That's
everything
what,
about
yeah.
it. That's what I'm picturing G Gundam. It's got like a tarp on it, but it wears as a poncho.
Fuck yeah.
That's cool.
Super Christ
I kinda
Gundam.
hate mine now.
Yeah.
It's kind of shitty.
What is it?
I don't really remember because I remember yours now because it's so dope.
It's so vivid.
Oh, it's the dude. You know him. Old dude, balding, Hawaiian shirt open, best cocaine in the world.
Oh, yes.
That dude.
Played a gig for that guy.
I feel like if I ever had like a, holy shit, I met Jesus.
Yeah, it would be that.
Yeah, the like 52-year-old dude who like, oh, by the way, I blew the dude from ZZ Top.
For sure.
Like that dude. I feel like, yeah, like Hawaiian
I was
shirt
there in
open.
62.
Yeah, like he's really from Wayne Diamond.
Oh, shit.
I'm kind of, as I describe it, because I'm about to be like, oh, a big tan, super. It's Wayne Diamond.
It's Wayne Diamond.
Jesus Christ.
Wayne Diamond in a Hawaiian shirt.
Mine's better. I take it back, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck Mecha Jesus.
That's not fair, though.
Wayne Diamond all the way.
That's not
As
fair.
you can see in the upper corner.
Yes.
Wayne Diamond is, I think that might be my new religion.
He's a gem.
I think it might be my new religion.
He's a
I think I'm
gem.
going to start a cult. And it's cool if you, like, say you're doing a cult. Because, like, it's not like a surprise. Not like, oh, she was guising as...
Yeah, I think we only frown upon, like, secret societies.
fake it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, we're not a cult that kills
Yeah.
people. It's like, no, you're definitely a cult that kills
No,
people.
I like guns and I'm making a cult. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I picture my god as. My god's Wayne Diamond.
Like, how long did that Waco shit last? Before it popped off. You know what I'm saying?
72 hours. It was the actual siege.
But, like, how long were they a cult?
Oh, 5. Google that while...
A little minute, huh?
Google that while...
See, we don't
talk
give
about the scene. My favorite Cal Norton line. I say that for every Cal Norton line. Is, she's... the wife is mad at Will Ferrell for fucking up the prayer. He keeps repeating Jesus, baby Jesus, little 8-pound baby Jesus. And she's like, do the prayer right so you win. And they start banging on the table in front of the kids and the dad. And John Ceralla's favorite fucking line is, well, dinner and a show... But hold on, I'll hold her hair, and he like sniffs her hair in like the most blatant way, and it's so good.
It's hilarious.
It's one of my favorite Cal Norton moments.
Well, he is the defining third wheel of all time.
Yes.
Cal Dalton Jr. is amazing.
Yes, he, like I said, he steals the show when he's in it. And then I think it kind of they have one more race I want to say, and Sacha Baron Cohen is introduced.
They do slingshot.
Shake and bake. Shake and bake. I want to
Cal Naughton gets signed as a driver.
Between that and the bar scene.
Because there's a spin out on the track with Ricky Bobby, and he ends up facing the wrong way, and he has to put his car in reverse. And I forget who he's racing, or the dude that's next to him. And he puts his car in reverse and outraces him to the finish line.
Yeah, my God, there's that Target.
Yeah, and he flips him off. He's like, losing's never easy. I got it at Target. It's on sale.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he
again,
flips him off.
every scene is just line after line after line. So it's that race and the bar scene where they introduce Sacha Baron Cohen, correct?
Yeah.
And then
because they're celebrating Ricky's victory, and that's where Cal acts for the first time. Hey, Ricky, you think
wouldn't it be cool if I win once?
And his logic is great because he's like, well, if you win, how am I gonna win?
Because if I'm not first, I'm last.
Well, yeah.
I thought about that. Yeah.
And then in the same breath, he tells him, "Ain't nothing wrong with Silver."
Hell no. Yeah. He's fucked up for what happens in a couple scenes, but I don't blame him for wanting to win. I mean, it sucks. But yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen's introduced by jazz music. Well, the line, what do I get for my Nana, is interrupted by the jazz.
Jack McBrayer, is sitting at the bar with, I forget that dude's real name. The guy that plays Champ Con in Anchorman, the sportscaster.
You just said it.
Yeah, I can't remember his real name.
Don't smoke pot, kid. Short-term memory loss is insane.
It's rough. But yeah, he's telling her, he's like, well, my Nana's turning 80.
I think it's 80 or like 90 or something.
She's turning 80, and I don't really know what to get her. And he goes, get her a coffin.
It's so quick. It's in the same breath. Like, he's not even fully done with that last syllable. And he's like, coffin. And he just gets up.
Yeah, he's taken aback by it.
And like I said, Sacha Baron Cohen's introduced.
Yep, with the jazz music.
Is his husband with him? Is Andy Richter with him? I don't think so. I think
not initially. It's just Sacha Baron Cohen.
The news first when they talk about
when he goes to leave the bar.
Okay,
Andy Richter walks up.
But yes, the jazz music is there for profiling.
Yes.
We also have the Pet Shop Boys
and Seal. Which I love.
Kiss by a Rosie. Yes, he makes an emphasis to say is Seal with the rose. But yes, he is introduced as saying, "I am the best." I believe it's Formula One or Indy or whatever it is, European. He's the best European. So he essentially just comes with a conundrum like, well, if you're not first, you're last, but I'm the first in the world technically because I've raced other countries. You've only raced America. I'm number one. And Ricky Bobby's just fucked.
And the whole build for that is the owner of the team, the old cowboy in the beginning loves him because he's a dumb redneck like he is. His son, who's going to inherit the team ultimately does.
You're spoiling it because you're missing the arm breaking scene happens first. And he says, hands off my driver. So you're missing the three greatest things that France has created. It is Ménage à Trois, Democracy, and Crepes.
Yeah, but the whole build up to it is the son doesn't like Ricky.
No, he hates
him. He wins, so he puts up with him, but he doesn't really like Ricky Bobby.
He doesn't like popping up in the ESPN chats kind of thing. He doesn't.
The news,
he doesn't
the tabloids.
Yeah, he doesn't like that kind of aspect. He loves saying number one.
Absolutely.
He doesn't like saying crashed car.
Yeah.
He doesn't like saying middle finger. No cursing or Danhausen can't get on TV.
It's so great.
But yes, he doesn't like him, so he has bought out, or I guess it might have just been via pride through Sacha Baron Cohen's, but he is now on the team.
Partners with Sacha Baron Cohen, and
begrudgingly.
Yeah.
And they're getting in a fight and hostile, and Sacha pins him on the pool table, and I'm going to break your arm if you don't say I'm the best.
That's what it is. He says...
And he's like, yo, just give me a beer. I'll be down here for a hot minute. And they whittle down to saying crepes are good. And they're like, well, what are crepes? He's like, well, they're little pancakes. And everyone in the bar agrees. Like, oh, hell yeah.
I just ate a mess of crepes this morning.
That's like an audio dub, too. It's so
Cal
good.
Naughton's line, he bends down, he's like, look, Ricky, I know you're in this position, but I just want to let you know I had a whole mess of crepes this morning. They are delicious.
Little thin pancakes.
Is those the ones that they put the whipped cream on? Yes. So he's like, No, I can't say that. Because
they will know what I'm really saying.
Yeah, then everybody will know I really meant crepe.
It's fucking great. I love it. Just say you like. Just say you like thin pancakes. Then yeah, it's so great. But yes, he breaks his arm because he's like, "Oh, just break my arm." So I'm not gonna say it. And then the son is reintroduced as now being the owner of the company.
Yeah.
And he's like, hands off my driver. Cal Norton is like, oh hell, you're in trouble now, buddy.
No. He breaks Ricky Bobby's arm.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, what does he say? He says, okay,
I'm passing out because of the gayness.
Okay, Mr. Frenchy man, you think it's okay to roll in here and break my bro's arm? Now you're about to get tasered. And he pulls out the taser and tries to karate fight Sacha Baron Cohen, who picks up a pool cue for his defense.
I love it.
But yeah, now you're about to get tasered is one of my favorite Cal Naughton lines. It's hilarious.
Damn.
And then, like you were saying, the owner's son comes in, shoots a gun off in the bar, and Ricky.
Right, what a boss move. He's a little weasel, but I'd do it.
Ricky Bobby's over there holding his arm. He's like, "What are you doing shooting a gun off in the bar?" He's like, "Don't worry about my gun."
Again, not a wasted line.
No.
Then he passes out due to the gayness in the room.
Room is spinning with all the gayness.
Love it. And then he now has to drive in the next race, which is the next night in a casket.
Yes.
Which, double handicap. Let's do this.
Also had a Wonder Bread logo on it.
Oh, that is when the Wonder Bread is introduced.
Yeah, because
no fake news. I do love it's fake news.
when he starts winning all the races, they rebrand his car to Wonder Bread, and
oh, not Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he breaks his arm, he gets the cast, and also simultaneously debuts the Fig Newton sticker on the windshield of the car.
This is inconvenient, but I sure do love me some Big Newtons. And they're good. I'll fuck with some Big Newtons.
And the commentators, which is like Rob Riggle, and I believe it's an ESPN guy. I think it's like a legitimate ESPN guy.
I don't think Rob Riggle is an announcer.
Yeah, he does the commentary.
Is he?
Yeah, for the
because I think
for the
both
ESPN
of the quote-unquote announcers are
real
legit.
Yeah.
Because I have a moment where I wrote down the notes. The actual racing
it's presented.
It's shot on location, but it's honestly, if you would just take these things out of context and throw some serious movie over it and be like, oh, it's a Dale Earnhardt movie, I'd believe it.
Yes.
The shots are actually
100%.
Phenomenal. They have no right being this good. I would put them up almost against some Ridley Scott shots here and there.
Absolutely.
They're actually really phenomenal shots. They put you in the speed, and even though they're throwing you a joke, I don't know 100%, but I think Will Ferrell did most of the driving. They probably sped the background up, but he went 60, 70, I want to say.
I could believe that.
You know, just out of like...
He's a wild ass dude.
It's not like saying he did cocaine off a hooker's ass. That's like if you had a NASCAR...
That's Stephen King. That was the last episode.
Right. It's true. We finally have a contiguous list. But yes, the shots are phenomenal. But yeah, I think both announcers are real. And this is the famous scene where he gets invisible fire.
Yeah, because he's doing well actually with the cast on regardless in the race. Because he gets all the way up to like second place behind Jean Girard, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yes, and Jean Girard's having a cappuccino or
macchiato. Macchiato.
Yes.
And Michael Clark Duncan has the great line when he gets behind him. He's like, "Back off, Ricky, you're not ready." He's like a cobra. He's 3 lanes wide.
Yes.
And he's like, "I'm not backing off, man. I'm Ricky Bobby."
I love that we fill in each other's gaps because you remember those little lines.
Oh, yes.
Like, I have everything written down meticulously, but I still miss something.
Yeah.
And you just come in and you're like, "Oh, that line's great. That line's great. That line's great. That line's great." Like, oh, fuck. How did I forget this?
There's so much little sly shit that gets said in this movie because there's big jokes going on.
Yes.
That you're like,
payoffs.
Yeah.
And quick. It's just enough time. It's 2-3 minutes before they pull the gag up again.
But that ultimately leads to him trying to pass Jean Girard and flipping his car.
Yes, a bunch of times. They
like,
make a note, the announcers. Again, very real sounding. And,
oh, yeah.
It was a joke.
Somber, fucking...
But yeah, I mean, you feel it. Like I said, if you put some serious music over this, tons of English broken here.
Oh, God, yes.
But yes, he catches invisible fire. And Cal Norton, no sooner, hops out of his car and
runs full force down the track, screaming, "Don't let the invisible fire burn my friend."
That's me and you.
Yes.
It's 100%.
100%.
If you were just on PCP or something screaming, "I'm on invisible fire," I'd fucks with it and give you a little pep talk.
And the commentators are talking the whole time. They're like, "Here goes Cal Naughton, his teteammate.
Best you could ever.
It looks like he's going to put out the invisible fire." No, that's a real teammate there. That's what he says in response.
And what goes out of the race suit and helmet?
Instantly.
Not helmet.
Instantly.
But, the race suit. And that takes a minute. I mean, you're in a jumpsuit that's fire retardant.
Yes.
A couple safety brackets. He's out of it in, like seconds.
It goes from him patting himself down to Cal Naughton running, back to him, and he's butt-ass naked.
Screaming, Oprah Winfrey, help me, the invisible fire.
Tom Cruise using witchcraft to put the fire out.
Yes, I love it.
There's some great ones about the fire. Tom Cruise, Oprah Winfrey.
I just love that. Again, Cal Norton's with it. He's like, "Don't let the invisible fire burn him." He believes it.
He knows it's invisible, though.
Yeah, he believes it. He's like, "Oh, fuck yeah, the witchcraft again." Like, he's like, "Oh, shit, Tom Cruise did curse my best friend." It's great. And,
so good.
The announcers make the line, you have good days, you have bad days, and this was
this is one
very
of those bad days.
Bad day. And it kind of fades to him in the hospital. And they for a minute play with the gag that he might be in a coma or something's up.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of has their moment. And his wife instantly is like, "I want to pull the plug. I've thought about it."
He's waking up. His eyes are opening.
Yes,
he's
just
yawning.
waking up from a light nap.
Yeah.
It's Buster. It's Buster from Arrested Development. He's in a light to no coma.
He's in a no. Yeah, exactly.
I love it. But yeah, she's saying, "I want him dead." And another fantastic John C. Reilly, Mike Honcho.
Oh my God, yes.
They play with it, and I think John C. Reilly thinks that he is in a coma, and he confesses. He's like, "Hey, remember when I said I went off to the Peace Corps? Well, I really did a Playgirl spread.
Yeah.
Under Mike Honcho. Hey, don't forget, I spread my butt cheeks. It's Mike Honcho. I spread my butt cheeks. It's Mike Honcho." And that's some shit I would do, because I disappeared a couple times. I've got moved to Florida randomly, and I've just come back, and Jake's like, "What's up?" So he would believe, like, "Oh yeah, I just did porn.
Yeah, it's
I just did porn for a year. It wasn't all cracked up to me." It was so great. I feel you, Cal. Remember I said I joined the Peace Corps? I didn't.
Yeah, he's like, it was like, remember that summer you went off to community college, and I said I joined the Peace Corps.
I love it.
I actually did a photo shoot for Playgirl magazine.
I spread my butt cheeks.
Spread my butt cheeks wide open, man. I did it for you. But you probably didn't hear about it, because I went under the name Mike Honcho.
Don't forget.
Just know, man, I spread my butt cheeks as Mike Honcho for you. It's one of the best things, and what makes it even better is they put it in like a little montage of like different people.
But he's the longest one.
Oh no, he's the last one. He wraps it up.
I love it.
Because Michael Clark Duncan, Lucius, he comes by and he's like praying for him all seriously. Yes. The wife is crying for him one day and shit like that.
I want to kill him.
Yes.
I've thought about it. For what? 6.7 seconds? Holy shit, bruh. If I ever have someone that's like, "Oh, hey, killer."
Yeah.
Yes, but not.
Give it a minute.
Give
it a minute.
Give me a couple months.
Yeah.
4 months.
I'm not gonna tusk you. I'm not gonna just leave you floating.
Tusk me.
You'd rather be left? Fed fish once a year?
Kinda.
I got you.
You know,
It's
like,
super manageable.
You know deep down it'd be like,
Yeah.
Fran wanted to be a walrus.
Alright,
She never said it.
Okay,
She
yeah.
wanted to be a fucking walrus.
For sure. I could buy it.
But yeah, she's instantly about killing him. And yeah, the last one is John C. Reilly's Mike Honcho. And then it cuts to he's now awake, and he's slam dunking on the paralyzed men at the pickup basketball game. And I love it. Because he's like, "Oh, I'm paralyzed," but he's kicking them, and he's dunking on them.
And Cal, checking on his friend, all sympathetically, is talking to the doctor, and he's like, "So give it to us straight, Doc. What's wrong with our boy here?" And the doctor's like, "Oh, I thought somebody had told y'all by now. He felt that wheelchair in the hallway. He's fine. He can go whenever. All his problems are psychosomatic." And Lucius is like, "Okay, this seems pretty serious." And Cal's like, "Now hold up now." Because he doesn't understand fully.
start fires with his mind.
That's oh my God,
Yes.
it's one of the greatest lines. And then his justification. Everybody justifies things in hilarious ways. Cal says, come on, man, you get hit on your head, crazy things happen. Read a comic book.
I like that he mentions the Stephen King. Because Carrie, or not, Firestarter with Drew Barrymore is Stephen King. That's awesome. See, good back-to-back. This is what happens when we finally
It's so good.
do a back-to-back. That's correct. But yeah, Will Ferrell's fully committed to being paralyzed. He bought a $15 million RV.
Yes. Other than the fact when he's playing basketball, he's actively using his feet to kick
Like
people.
I said, Cal's asking that while he's dunking on kids. It's so great. Yeah. He's like dunking on cancer kids and shit. It's so brilliant. I'm really picky with my comedy. Like things like Top of the Time Machine, I don't necessarily love, but it's the same thing on paper.
Yeah.
Even if you put Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly in that movie, I still don't think I'd love it.
No.
But this movie,
it was built for them.
it's wow. It's better than Step Brothers, and Step Brothers is a big one that everyone's like, oh, no, this.
Oh no, Talladega to me is by far. To me, Step Brothers is too long. There's drawn out parts in that movie. I love Step Brothers, don't get me wrong, but comparing to Talladega Nights, like to me, this is a slow scene when he's in the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
It's between the.
This is a break in Talladega Nights.
It's kind of between Semi-Pro and Step Brothers.
Yes.
It's a little bit better than Semi-Pro for timing because Semi-Pro
Semi-Pro
kind of
is
drags, but Step Brothers drags for a little bit.
that movie is very underrated and very close to Step Brothers in my opinion.
Called your cocksucker. Cocksucker. Don't call him a job turkey. But yeah, like I said, Will Ferrell is completely about being paralyzed. Like, I already bought a $15 million handicap accessible captain chair. Like, he goes down on an RV, and they kind of argue with him.
Oh yeah.
And
for a minute.
You can walk, Ricky. You can walk.
Try to ease him into it.
And he's like, oh, I wish your kids were beautiful athletes, and they got their legs taken away from him. And who says my favorite line?
Oh my God.
Of don't put that voodoo on me.
Lucius, Michael Clark Duncan, has the most serious. I go to church every Sunday. Don't do that to me, Ricky. He hits him.
He's like, he's got a voodoo grandma shit. Like, he's like, no, I've seen people turn to snakes. Don't put that shit on me.
He's like sweating in the hospital. He's like, don't you dare, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare put that voodoo on me.
That's what happens when you throw
you can walk
a serious actor and tell him to be funny, but don't worry, you're not the main character. That's that skill, because you can throw in that, like,
100%
Hannibal Lecter level serious with a comedy line of don't put that voodoo on me.
Will Ferrell has a throwaway line at the beginning of this little part when they're in this hospital room, where he's like, yeah, I tried physical therapy. I went there. I give that up pretty much. He's like, oh yeah, how'd that go? He's like, no, I didn't stay. Maybe an hour.
But I didn't really go.
Maybe,
Like,
maybe an hour.
Shit.
It was hilarious. It was like he had already given up his will to live.
Yeah, like I said, he's so committed to it. Like, the second he came up with that in his mind, he's like, oh, I'm bad at it. Cool. Paralyzed. Got it. Next. And Michael Clark Duncan has the I'm sorry, I skipped a little bit. Will Ferrell stabs himself to prove he is paralyzed from the waist down, and takes a steak. I don't know where you get the steak knife. I'm not saying they won't give you a steak knife in a hospital, but like
there's like a whole butcher's block sitting on sitting on the couch next to his hospital
his wheelchair
bed.
that he clearly needs.
Bed. Yeah, like, and yeah, he pulls it out and he's like, "You want to see what my life is?"
Yes.
And John C. Reilly is like, "Don't you put that knife in your leg?
You don't want to do that."
And without batting an eye, he just shoves a steak knife in his leg.
Yes. And he finally, instantly, Will Ferrell was like, I'm cured.
Yeah.
That's what he goes with. He's like, I'm cured. And they go with it. Like, fuck it. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're cured. And, and they're like, okay, let's deal with the knife. And Michael Clark Duncan is like, well, if we stick another knife in there and carve it around the meat. And I love...
No, there's two knives in my leg.
They're in a hospital, though.
They're in a hospital.
No one thought to call the Doc.
No one heard them.
A doctor watched you do this, and you're like, we'll just cut around it. And I love it. Will Ferrell's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Just cut a fucking 3-inch gap out of my leg. Let's do this. He's just so committed, and I love it.
Oh,
Ricky Bobby is like you were saying, he's borderline.
He's one of the best characters of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's up there with Forrest Gump. Ricky Bobby is his own legend.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
at that status.
He's something. Jesus Christ.
As far as made-up characters, him and Dewey Cox made their own universe of I exist, but I don't exist.
I would love a universe tie together for all their movies. I don't know how the fuck you would do it without it being completely
catch a
stupid.
Ricky Bobby race.
Right?
Horrible John C. Reilly, by the way. But yes, let's cut around the meat, and they're like wiggling the knife. It's so good. And
then they're outside. They flashed to them outside.
I always have a question about this scene. Well, this little batch of scenes. They act like it's been months, but they act like it's been days.
I think
you know what I mean? Like, they act like he's been in the hospital for months, and the wife has moved on, and she is, spoiler alert, banging John C. Reilly's Cal Norton character. And he's got his face plastered all over portraits.
Well, not quite yet. Because he gets out of the hospital and then he tries to come back. Yeah,
yes,
he tries to
moment.
He gets to try to come back.
It was like 5 miles there. Like, I'm doing it.
Like, he comes out of the hospital and, like I said, I don't know anything about NASCAR, but the little bit I do know is their races are a couple weeks spread out. I feel like it's like a week.
I think sometimes they have that quick batch where it's like,
I feel like it's something like a week, give or take.
These two are kind of back to back. Like, you need to leave tonight to make it in 4 days to...
Because, like, he walks outside and he sees the family and they all have John Girard jackets on, the Perrier.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's months or days or weeks.
I feel like
really
it's just
tell
a couple
you,
weeks.
and it bothers me. It bothers me because I'm like, I don't need it necessarily, but can you make a comment?
Right.
Because, yeah, like you said, everyone's got the Perrier, Jean Girard, which, by the way, that's some heat.
That's a dope-ass jacket.
That's some heat.
That's a dope-ass jacket. As much as people like the Jimmy Johnson Lowe's blue jacket, which is fire. This one is fucking way better.
I'm going to come to you with it, and you know which one I'm coming with. Jeff Gordon Rainbow.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's the best one.
That's the OG.
That's
the OG.
If I ever had, like... I have $300 in my pocket, or however much it costs for one. I want a NASCAR jacket.
Yeah.
Dope as shit. Everyone in Chalmette High used to have one.
Same.
Oh, bruh.
Everybody up here.
What was that scene from Scary Movie 1 or 2 where she's like, left, right, son, that jacket's tight. Oh, I almost did that. I almost did that to a couple people with the M&M.
For sure.
But yeah, the DuPont Jeff Gordon Rainbow. Oh, that's some heat.
Yes.
That is some heat. You can't fuck with it. You can't fuck with it.
You can't.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Dale Jr.'s later years with the Mountain Dew car, the 88, that jacket is dope.
What color was it? Because I know I like a little bit of NASCAR.
Like green, silver, and gray, kind of. It was the Mountain Dew colors.
But that's dope.
But yeah, it was super dope.
NASCAR jackets are dope.
Yeah. Shout out NASCAR.
It's true.
Y'all have terrible advertising and branding, but...
It's kind of...
But you make some dope merchandise, so congratulations.
It's wall at this point.
Yeah.
It's unironically, you're wearing an M&M jacket.
Same thing with baseball. Baseball has terrible advertising. That's why they have to go outside the country to find players.
Let's be real, most sports do.
Yeah.
Even basketball.
Well, yeah.
I mean, basketball's
but
a better
basketball
one.
and football,
they're better ones.
Yeah.
They're all
Budweiser. They're the Army. They're, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see those.
You got to reach out to Oreo.
Hockey and soccer also.
Hockey's, I don't want to say
Hockey's on the come up. They're on the come up recently.
I'm a big hockey fan. They're not the worst, but they're kind of the worst.
They're kind of the worst.
They might be better now, but...
They're such a niche.
A lot of insurance.
Yeah.
A lot of insurance.
They're like a niche audience that they don't give a fuck about trying to get new fans. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find hockey.
There were like 4 fucking teams in the same bracket, all owned by like Coors.
Yeah.
It's so great. Anyway, tangent. Yeah. He flubs and he goes like 2 miles an hour, and the wife's like, she instantly, you already know, she's like, well, whose dick am I sucking? She's done. She's done. Like I said, within 2 seconds of trying anything, she's not doing it. And I kind of love it, but I kind of hate it. And then what happens next? I kind of forget because it kind of, they jam-pack. The movie kind of stops and shifts gears because we're at the halfway point, and that's when the family comes into play. So I don't exactly know, but like I said, she is banging John C. Reilly's character, and his face is taped over paintings, and it's phenomenal. The
Literally
about it.
Literally a couple hours after they come from the practice track.
It's done, yeah.
Cal has already moved in, and Ricky rings the doorbell, and he's like, "Did you cruelly place your face over mine?" It's like, "Yeah, man."
I think another great Cal Norton moment is toward the end of that, like, awkward as shit moment, he's like, well, you can come over and visit. We'll invite you over sometime.
That's what he said. He said,
it's so great.
He said, "I know you're feeling down right now because of what just happened, but don't think you won't have an invite in the mail for the wedding next
week.
Best
man.
I want you to be my best man."
Did he say next week?
Next week.
Oh, God.
For the wedding next week.
I love it. Yes. I never caught that, or I probably did, but
and
this moment,
the children,
awesome.
The children do not help the situation.
No, the grandpa, the grandpa's right at blowing him. He's like, anyone but Ricky Bobby. Anyone but Ricky Bobby.
100%.
I love it.
The kids are like, "Yay, 2 Christmases." It's hilarious.
Yes.
They're playing Jenga already.
And
they were already in the middle of a family Jenga game.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
It's like a David Lynch, Cronenbergian toy advertisement commercial.
Yeah.
Like, come on down and have fun with the family. It's just, you know what it reminds me of? This house has people in it, and unedited footage of a bear.
Yes.
Very uneasy. Like,
weird.
It's a nose commercial.
Yeah.
By the way,
it's not.
It's really funky.
It is.
Yeah, it's almost unsettling how, like, they're done. They're done. Ricky Bobby's out. Cal Norton's in. He's daddy. 2 Christmases. Like, yeah, it's awesome.
It's
and
hilarious.
The mom is reintroduced, right? Like, that next scene, kind of.
Yeah, because that's where Ricky moves in. He moves in with his mom.
Moves back home, yeah.
Yeah.
And almost instantly, again, they cut to he's a pizza delivery boy.
Yeah, he quit driving. He's a pizza delivery boy, and he doesn't have his license.
No,
he's on a bike.
His license.
Yeah, he does have his license.
Runs
Jesus
over
Christ.
somebody, and the cop gives him a ticket. And I'm curious, how often can that happen?
That you bump somebody? Yeah, I feel like that's a problem.
And you get a ticket. I think I'm going in for a question.
Right, at least.
I'm in handcuffs because he's in the car just getting a ticket. I'll chill.
At least.
Clout.
And then he hits the cop.
It backs into the cop instantly. Well, don't fuck around no more kind of cop. And then instantly backs in. And then cut to him delivering pizza on a little girl bicycle or something. Little pink bicycle with a basket. To his father. Who is now back in his life. And like I said, yeah, for probably the first 10 minutes of the second half, they introduce, well, welcome to this plot, by the way.
Yeah.
And dad's back, mom's back. Kids they just kind of show up.
On again, off again, yeah.
No, once the kids go to the grandma's house, they live there. I think the mom just dropped them the fuck off. I think she Florida the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is dope.
That's hilarious.
I hate her guts, but that's dope. Good for her. Like, I feel like she just showed up and dropped them off one day off screen. Like it was a deleted scene.
And, like, it definitely does take a turn here as far as the plot. But I don't mind it.
I wouldn't say the plot. I'd say the comedy.
Yeah, like...
It changes weirdly. When the dad is introduced, it's a lot more sight gags. And isn't this funny? Because he trains him with a blindfold and a live cougar.
Yeah.
And he also calls it a fake drug bust. If I'm not mistaken.
With the Lucky Charms taped under the car.
Under the fucking car.
P.S. boy.
I mean, they're funny. They're funny. But
how's it feel going fast? P.S. boy, don't snort these Lucky Charms.
They stretched it out for 20 minutes almost.
Yes, they
did. It could have been a montage like you've done 3 times now.
Yeah.
And it's not that the movie's long and it needs the montage or that they're unwelcome. They're funny.
Yeah.
You could have kind of summed up the family a little bit more because I love Cal Norton. And past that scene, he's out of the movie.
I was about to say, that's something I agree with you with. I wish they would have done a little less Ricky. And a little more Cal.
Or, I'll take less Jane Lynch and more Cal.
Well, yeah.
I'm fine with the dad coming back.
I want Cal walking around Ricky's big ass house, not knowing anything, fucking shit up.
Just picking up like a Fabergé egg and dropping it, or very slapsticky. It would have been funny. Absolutely.
Because like the phone call when Cal calls Ricky that night and he's watching TV.
I forget that.
And he asks. You
did it twice. That's awesome.
Fuck.
He asked.
Yeah. He asked
Ricky Bobby. What?
He asked Ricky. He's like, "Hey man, how do I work the volume on the TV and the radio at the same time?" He's like, "What are you doing? Like, why do you need to work the volume on both at the same time?" He's like, "I don't know. I like to party." And he's like, and Ricky responds. He's like, "Why am I talking to you, man? I'm supposed to hate your guts. It's like some magic trick you're doing. You keep pulling me back in." He's like, "I don't know, man. I was bored. I just wanted to talk to you. I miss you."
And it's that, like I said, they have a good. They make such a strong bond and just cut it off. And it's sad.
I love
I get it because, but you could have had some funny scenes, like you said, him walking around the house. You know, Quentin meme.
Yeah.
It's like when your friend's sleeping and you're just wandering around the house. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I picture.
I love this movie because every character pretty much has a character, a small character arc. All of them.
Even the boss is the owner's wife.
Except Cal. Cal stays the exact same
100%.
from fucking
His
7th
best friend.
grade.
That's it.
He's just his goofy, blind.
He's his best friend, yeah.
Oblivious best friend.
No matter what.
And he marries his wife, and he's still his blind, goofy, oblivious person.
He doesn't get it.
It's so good.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I love that.
I love Cal. But you cut him out halfway through, and I'm fine with Jane Lynch. I'm fine with
her with the kids. Gary Cole.
Gary Cole. I'm fine with him, but they cut out Cal, and I loved him, and I'm fine with the kids getting reformed.
That was funny as hell.
I'm fine with that because
you're gonna break us like wild horses, aren't you? When she slaps them.
Yes.
She catches them with what is it, like a shiv and a bottle rocket or something?
No. That was a small scene before. When she slaps them, they're spraying the neighbor with a hose.
That's what it is.
Old Man Jenkins or some dog
she drops
shit.
them off at Bible school,
yes.
And they come running back to the house yelling, "Anarchy! Anarchy!" I don't know what it means, but I love it. And they spray the the elderly neighbor.
Yes, and I love it.
Yeah, they spray the elderly neighbor through the window, and that's when you're right. That's when she slaps him.
I would have been fine if they were a little bit more Dennis the Menace, less terrible kids.
Little thugs, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that's why I didn't love them, and it kind of bums me out. But yeah, at this point we're kind of at the past 3/4 mark.
Yeah.
And it's kind of Ricky's comeback.
Yeah, he ends up instead of his trashy wife that flopped for Cal Naughton. He ends up hooking up with the assistant.
Her, and yeah, she's somewhat.
Yeah, she's not in much of the movie.
She's worth mentioning what we did just now.
Yeah.
As far as plot-wise.
Like, yeah, she starts out with very low-level assistant and then ends up reforming Ricky Bobby and getting him back into racing.
Yeah.
And then he ends up, of course, falling for her, and that's the new girl. And they have a great scene at the bar where they're together, and he's playing the NASCAR game. And he keeps flipping. He can't race. He still can't drive the car, and he keeps fucking up the car. And Jean Girard is in the game already. He's like, "Wow, you got on a video game fast."
Is he really?
Yes, it's hilarious. Well, I can't remember the assistant's name. Susan,
yes.
the assistant. She's at the bar too, and she finds him. They sit down and have a drink, and they end up hooking up. And it's in the middle of the room. And she's
Dave and
like,
Buster's or something? I feel like it's Dave and Buster's with all the product placement.
And he's like, "Don't look over here. We're going to be making animal noises."
I forgot this scene entirely.
Yes. White Snake comes on. And he's like, "I love this video. Do you remember the chick's name?" Tanya Catane, Tony Catane.
Yes, something like that.
I can't remember her name, but something like that.
I love to remember that.
Yeah,
I know the name.
He's like, "Can you do your hair like her and flip it back and forth?" He's like, "Don't look over here. We're gonna make animal noises."
It's so bad.
It's hilarious.
I hate it. I hate this scene. I don't even remember it.
It's so good. I swear.
But yeah, it's just kind of comeback era, and yeah, like I said, I don't even want to say, the personal assistant, new love interest. They have a new bond, and the mom, her, and the two kids are watching the final race.
Yep.
All getting set up, and are we missing anything?
Yes.
Wait,
before that,
I'm missing the vibrations.
No,
I'm missing
before that even. You're missing the goddamn cougar in the car.
I already mentioned that the cougar and Lucky Charms and all that. Yes, yes. They're short, and I hated to gloss over them. Like you had to.
Like the blindfold, the blindfold scene for sure. It's hilarious.
And he just runs over the gas can.
He's like,
all this shit.
he's like,
so good.
Phil's gonna be pissed. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, there's so many quotable things and moments that you forget and then bring up, and it's so good.
He doesn't have a sponsor for the race, so it's literally a picture of the fucking cougar.
Yes,
it's on the hood of the car.
It reminds me of, speaking of hockey, the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, kind of a little bit.
Every time you see the car, you kind of want the row.
Yeah,
I love it. It's so good. I forgot that.
It's hilarious, and it's ME, and it's like me. No, because we don't have any sponsors.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's the funniest shit. The Glenn scene. All right, there's one more scene that we have to go into detail on.
He died.
Before they unveil the car to Ricky, Lucius tells him that there was a fire in the garage last night.
Yes.
And
the ploy for the new car.
And people got hurt, and Glenn, which is Jack McBriar's character's name, Glenn died in the fire. While he's telling him this, Glenn is peeking out around the corner, full shoulders, looking at Ricky.
Oh yeah, he's not hiding.
Yeah. He's like, well, Glenn died in my arms, Ricky. And he's so serious because, like we were saying,
it's almost deer in the headlights staring like
he did the Voodoo Lady line, the way he delivers it. He's a really good actor. Mm-hmm. So he's delivering a stupid ass story, and you see Glenn in the background
behind his voice. Yeah, it's so good.
And Ricky's like, hey man, is that Glenn right there? Glenn, is that you? And Glenn, he's like peeking. He's like, I can see you, man. And Glenn's he's like, was he crying?
Didn't notice. I love it. Yes,
did he notice?
I forget that
was
scene.
Was he crying?
I think I always forget that scene because you've mentioned that 5 times to me. And every time we talk about the movie, and even when I'm watching it in front of you, you're like, that was a funny scene. I'm like, what scene? I don't know why.
Because it's really not a scene. It's
it's weird.
Yeah. A lot of the wasted lines are some of the funniest shit to me.
Kind of, yeah.
But just the way they deliver it. And
it's so good. He can be funny. I'm not his biggest fan, but when he is put in to be kind of that weird person, it's good. But yeah, I love it. It's just come back, and I think have him and Cal Patch. They had to have.
Yeah.
They kind of had a
at the beginning of the race. Yeah. He's like, there's no more shake and bake, and there's no more Mike.
There's no more Mike Honcho.
No more Magic Man, because that was his solo gimmick. Yes. Now you see me, now you don't.
Yes.
It was like John Cena before John Cena. Yo.
I know I always say I want to meet a celebrity and ask them a stupid fucking question.
John Cena?
This is my John Cena question. What are your thoughts on Cal Norton? And if his eyes don't light up, I'll just walk away.
Yeah. Never mind, bro. Yeah. You don't get it.
Yeah. But I want it to exist. That's dope.
But
yes, they patch up. And it's good. It's a good scene.
And then the race starts, and they wrap it up pretty quickly.
I was about to say, that was kind of my one big complaint. The ending. Not the, wrap-up moral of the story.
Yeah, no.
The ending shots. Very fast, anticlimactic.
Because, they jump...
I mean, they have the race on the foot. It's a scene. It's iconic, but...
Yeah. Well, they jump to the very end of the race pretty quickly. I guess nothing happened. Yeah. And then he's right up behind. It's Jean Girard, Cal Naughton Jr., and Ricky Bobby. Ricky's in third place.
And they slingshot, correct?
And, Well, no. He goes to slingshot, and, no, they don't slingshot.
They don't slingshot.
No,
you heard it here, folks.
No, wait. I'm getting it fucked up. You were totally right. They do slingshot.
They do, yes.
Because Ricky ends up touching him again, and they both end up flipping. And then that's the foot race.
Yes.
And Ricky beats him.
Do they play that song to dun 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 dun? I hope so.
We will cut to that.
If they do,
I don't care if they. I don't care if they pull
cut this out.
Yeah. I don't care if they pull us. That's getting put in.
The audio sample. But yeah, that's the race, and it just ends very abruptly for me, and I'm not the biggest fan of the last couple shots.
I do like the technicality of it, though, because both drivers did get out their cars. Cal Naughton actually wins the race. He comes in first place for the first time.
It's illegal to cross the... Just out of safety,
you can't get out your
you're
car.
automatically disqualified. Yeah. You put yourself in danger.
Which is actually a super plot hole to the whole point that Ricky even got to drive the car, because the original driver, Terry Chauveau, got out the car.
It was...
Right?
It was in the snow globe the whole time. If you get it, you get it.
Technically.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a good ending, and this movie is fantastic.
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
Funny.
Top to bottom.
It's so funny. And now that we did this, we're probably going to have to do Walk Hard. It might not be the next one or anything, but it's on the list.
Coming up for sure.
Because John C. Reilly deserves it alone. And
and there's a lot of cameos in that movie that people don't talk about.
Will Ferrell is not...
Jack White's Elvis.
Yes, and excuse me, Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz, Malcolm in the Middle.
Buddy Holly.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to call him Malcolm in the Middle, like that.
Jonah Hill is the adult half brother. Man, that's going to be an awesome one to talk about.
Yes, I'm about it, because that one's probably... We watched it pretty close to this one, and again, just it's been now...
And we're
close
both
to a decade and a half now we've been friends, and these are kind of like the catalyst movies. It was
real.
This, and I think like Kill Bill or something.
Yeah.
We're kind of like the, oh shit, you really like movies.
Yeah, and any obscure thing back in the day when you got the DVDs off of Netflix.
Yeah.
Before Netflix is the Illuminati of today.
Fun fact, it used to be the delivery service in the mail.
Listen up, kids. I know I did a RIP for Blockbuster earlier as well.
It's true.
We're just going fucking ancient. But
we're retro. It's weird. It's really weird. But a great film, very quotable. I don't think anyone hasn't seen it. And if you're listening to this and you haven't seen it by some weird chance,
go watch this movie.
Watch it twice.
Immediately. And then watch it again with the commentary
I'm about
on.
to say, watch it once by itself and once with the commentary, because that's a whole separate beast. And quite honestly, if we ever just kind of want to fuck around, we're going to do a commentary section of just this movie as a whole nother podcast.
Of just the commentary.
Nothing about the film.
And it's not like a commentary of any other movie. This one has like a little like plot to it. It's like, I think 25 years in the future or something crazy.
More than that. Between 25 and 100.
I can't, yeah.
But yeah.
Something crazy.
There's dolphin warlords.
Oh,
and
God, yes.
People are dead. People are fat. People are... It's interesting.
One fact I remember is like director Adam McKay is dead. And he's on like his sixth son. And it's like Adam McKay the sixth.
Yes.
Or something crazy like that.
It's his great-great-great-great-great-grandson. It's fantastic.
But Will Ferrell and Cal Naughton and Jack Bauer are also
all
alive.
Same people.
And they all make cameos and wouldn't come in and out of the commentary.
I think another actor who's not even in the film pops in. I'm not sure, but I feel like someone pops in.
I could see that for
but
sure.
It's a whole nother beast. It's weird. But yeah, I think that's kind of the end of it. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.